Okay, hello, welcome to the beginning bit of the video where I just make sure everything is working. Let me see how we get on. See if the chat is coming up and if we're getting any playback on our video. Should be okay. The chat has come up, fantastic, and we're getting our video playback. Excellent. Okay. Hi, I'm Chris, and this is my game Realm of the Empress. It's a single-player fantasy adventure board game where you explore a large open area, in this case Port Ovis, do quests, learn and upgrade a variety of skills, and buy different weapons and armor and upgrade those to progress your character. In this video series, there's also a main quest, a main story that takes place in your dreams and should hopefully act as a hook to keep you wanting to play more and find out what happens. In this video series, I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of the whole game. Each video should be about an hour long, and the last playthrough I did was about 60 hours, so it should be quite a long series. I'm streaming Monday to Thursday at 7 PM UK time every week for the next couple of months, so please feel free to leave a comment on any of the videos, or if you catch a live stream, write something in the chat, as any and all feedback is most welcome and is kind of the reason why I'm doing this. So I'm not going to do a recap. I'd recommend looking at the tutorial videos also on the channel, or at the first video on this series to see how to get started. We've got all the last of our quests. We've got 6 quests left to do in my homemade quest tracker. Each quest is a little deck of cards labelled A to Z and numbered 1, 2, whatever, depending on the length of the quest. We've also got where we left off on the map card and our 12-sided die as our character marker. Every 12 steps we mark down 1/2 hour of time. I've got our player board here too. We've got equipment in the top left, our pouch, which is all you can access when you're in combat. So that's where you want to keep your food. That's how you get your health back predominantly. We got 35 spaces in our satchel for our 1/2-inch chits, but some of them are slightly different sizes, so there's a bit of real space inventory management. We've got space for quest items. We've got a roll of paper at the moment. We want to get some charcoal to do a rubbing off some rocks. We had a fire, but we didn't get any charcoal, so that's a bit annoying. Maybe it should just be you always get charcoal from a fire. I don't know. We've got a space for a dream deck. We're on for the 5th dream now. We had another dream last stream, and now we've unlocked nightmares that you can have as well now. There's a space for an expanded inventory if you stay at the inn, but you can only access it when you're on that map card. There's a skiff storage, which I haven't implemented yet, and then the weather is either going to be okay or raining. When it's raining, the animals will not come out in the woods, which can be a good or a bad thing. And then we've got Merwin's map, which is a little quest item that you can get very early in the game and gives you the layout of the area we're in, Port Ovis. So we've just gone through a night, like I said, while sleeping. We rolled for our dream. We had the new dream, and we rolled for the weather. It's okay again. We forgot to add our sleep bonus onto our health. So our max health is what you get from your species, which is usually sort of 4 to 8 health, and then you add your defense from your armor to that. So we got 5, and then we added our defense, all our armor up. That gives us 40. But then we slept for 8 hours, the whole of the night, so that we get the most amount of bonus to our health from the sleep, which is 10. So we're actually at 50 health now. So that's about halfway to where we want to be. We want to be somewhere around 90 to 100 before we get to the end game. So 50 is good. We don't have much gold. That's where we're struggling. I'm tempted to add some extra gold to the quests that we've only got a few quests left to do, to be fair, but I think the quest should give a bit more gold because it's got we're in the middle of the game now, the mid game. We're on 30 videos in the series, so it should be roughly the halfway point. It feels close to that. We need to upgrade our armor a fair bit though beforehand, and what we want to do is also probably buy a fishing net to go with our fishing rod, so we can land the big fish. I can always take that out of the game if I think it's too restrictive. At the moment, I think it costs 60 actually. It's 60 gold. Because when you go fishing with the maggots, which is we killed a night stalker last night in the game, so we got some maggots to do some fishing. Perhaps we should just be able to get the large fish rather than needing to invest some money before we get a lot of money. But you can get a lot of money from the big fish, or 50 gold each for some of them. So you can get a lot. So it's a hard thing to figure out really. But we still are only on, we're doing a leather armor build. We're only on boar leather at the moment. We've upgraded it a bit though. We need to think about how, if we sell it, what can we get, and then we need to start upgrading with bear leathers. Bears have 40 health, so we're at a stage where we could be doing that. But we also need to spend money to get the food unless we start eating cooked meat. So we could, this is the start of a new day now, so we're on day 4 of week 2. And we've only upgraded one skill. We've upgraded a bit of hunting, and we've only upgraded cooking to 2 because it's 25 gold per level for each skill. And then it's also 25 gold to upgrade your weapon deck by adding in cards, which is essentially just adding in attacks up until 24 as a total. So I need to have a little think about, the balance feels a little bit slow, I think, at the moment. So I don't know how I'm going to rectify this. I'll have a think of it, since this is the Thursday, so it's the last one this week, even though we missed Monday. I'll have a think about how we can maybe do that for the rest of this. Perhaps there's a way so it doesn't feel like we're always trying to get money and we spend it instantly. We always spend it instantly anyway. I think that's always going to happen. Anyway, what we're going to do today is, our goal really is just to continue to upgrade. We've got a quest that we can carry on with. We need some charcoal, so we could buy some kindling that costs 5 gold. We've only got 4 gold on us at the moment. We did learn a new game which I'm going to show in this stream. It's a poker style game with real playing cards, and it's kind of like poker. It uses kind of poker rules a little bit in terms of hands you're trying to generate, but it's different in the way that it's laid out, obviously, because you're playing just against yourself. So I think we're going to do a bit of that, but we need some money to bet with. You need a minimum of 10 gold. And I think at the moment I've got it so you can only bet 10, 15 or 20 gold as a maximum, and you can only do it, I think, 3 times in a day and night. It'd probably be like the nodes where it reset after 5 hours of sleep, because you don't have to sleep in this game. You can just sort of go through a couple of days, and at least for a little bit anyway, before you pass out. Yeah, so what we're going to do is, I think we are going to do some fishing, and no, what we're going to do is we're going to do some logging, because that's nice and quick and easy. Hopefully we'll sell some logs. We might even do a bit of mining, see what we can get from that. Hopefully we're just going to try to generate 10 gold. Then we're going to show this new game, and hopefully we'll double our money. So you double your money if you win, or just lose your money if you lose. So we'll see how that goes. There's a fair bit of luck involved, but there's a bit of strategy. Hopefully I'm still trying to fine tuning it, so we'll see how that goes. So I'll show you the map card quickly, because I do that on every video, because it's I think it's the only important thing left to do for each video. So the mini map cards, in the top left corner is the number of the card, and then you've got a number corresponding to each direction you can go in, if it's north, south, east or west. So you just pick that card, and that's our 12-sided die, which is our marker. So here are all our 300 odd cards, all grouped into 50s, so it's easy to pick the cards you need. So we are, where even are we? We're just north of the pub, so we're going to go west and south, because we've also got some meat, and I think we can kill some animals in the woods and cook the food and make some money that way potentially as well. But I don't want to get too sidetracked. Once we get 10 gold, I want to show how this game goes. So we're going to put this over there, there-ish, and we're going to go to the west. So we want card 112. So we take the whole group of 50, and then look in the top left corner for 112, lay it down. Going east to west is always sequential, or west to east, and bushes are barriers, you can't swim and you can't climb up and down cliff edges. So quite standard stuff, hopefully. So we have reset all the nodes, so I think I will do some more foraging now. I've got a new tracker now for the nodes. I don't know if this comes up particularly well on the camera because it's in blue, but it's all the number map cards that their nodes on. So this one's 113, so we'd put a pin in that, which I've got here. I think we'll just use the black pins perhaps for this, so we can know exactly which nodes we've done. It's worth getting some crickets as well for fishing too. We're going to do that. We're going to do the fishing first. If we go fishing, we have to go to the sea actually. So we've walked here, so that's 1, 2. We've already done that. Let's do the foraging anyway, and then I think we need to do the yeah, we'll leave the fishing for a bit later. We don't need to do it straight away. Okay, let's forage here, and we can forage at 114 when we get there. Yeah, we'll get to it. So foraging is just a deck of cards, and you pick 2, so you give it a shuffle. You can get attacked, but that could give us honeycomb, which we could sell for 5. So if we get that, that's not so bad actually anymore. It used to be. Our first death was with a bee swarm, but now they do not really threaten us. So we do get a bee swarm, of course we do, and we get a grass snake, but you need a bottle to catch it, and it has to be raining for it to actually come out, so that doesn't come out. We'll do the bee swarm then. So we got an encounter. I think there are only 3 in this whole deck, unless we keep coming up with them. Right, anyway, let's get the bee swarm. Okay, so I think that's all of them. Okay, so that's fine. I'll just go through the enemy card again. So in the top left corner we've got its name, and if it's a animal, creature or monster, its health is 25, it's got a sneak of 7, and it says end of turn. It should say end of round 1 or 2. It will do an attack if it loses 10 health in the first round, or if it's still alive by the second round. We get 2 honeycomb and 4 stingers. Don't know if we can sell the stingers. No, we can't sell the stingers, but that's okay. If we get 2 honeycomb, that'll be 10 gold, and that'll be a nice easy. In fact, we will get 2 honeycomb. Then we just have to go up to the beekeepers, sell that, and then we'll go down to the pub and play the game and do a bit of gambling, responsible gambling. So that's their attack. If we'd leveled up our sneak, which is another thing we would like to do, we could roll a 6-sided die and see if we can sneak over it and add a couple to it, but we don't have that at the moment. We're only at level 1 at sneak, so we can only roll a 6-sided die, so there's no way of that working out. Our main thing now is we definitely just want to kill it before turn 2. It's got 25 health, we've got 50. I feel like it should be reasonably simple by now. We are in the mid game now. We're feeling pretty powerful. We might even progress. Well, that's only with the sleep bonus. The sleep bonus doesn't regenerate with taking health, having food as health. So the enemy always goes first. It's going to do a sting for 2. I pick 4 cards for my hand. let's see what I get. Got a miss, a critical, a dodge, and a critical. Okay, critical gives ×2 to anything. Every weapon has a certain amount of cards you can combine together for one attack, but you only ever pick one back up. There are 3 turns per round. So I've got a dodge, but I think I'm going to just drop the miss because it's only 2 damage. It's got another attack, the swarm, which will hit for more. So I'm going to pick up again and hopefully get an attack, which is a backstab for 3. That's good. If I had that at the beginning, because it's an initiative card, I could have used that before turn 1. So I can use a backstab and a crit for 6 damage, but I kind of want another hit, so then I can crit that, you see. I can just dodge it, but I want to save that dodge, so I kind of have to just put the crit and the backstab together. Or I could this is a bit tricky. I'm just going to do the attack then, I guess, for 6. And I've taken 4, so we should put this down. So I've taken 4, so I'm at 46. It's taken 6 from 25, so that brings it down to 19. I picked 1 up even though I put 2 down. I knew it was going to be a sneak attack there. That's what we wanted, really. We could have done a lot more damage. And it's doing a swarm, which is an initiative for 5 damage. I'm tempted to use my dodge for this one. I get, because of my species combat bonus, I can turn any of my cards into an initiative, but only once per combat. I'm going to do that now just to dodge that initial swarm, and that's the end of round 1. So I've done 6 damage, it's done 4, and what we do then is put these cards to the side. So I really want to pick up some more attacks. I've got a crit and a sneak, which is good. I pick up 2 more because we always start a round with 4 cards. We've got another miss. Unfortunately, there are 4 in a deck, and the idea is the more cards you put into your deck, up to 24, the less likely you are to get one of the misses. So I can do a stab and a sneak and a crit, but the stab's only 2. That'd only be 12. If we had a sneak attack, we could do like 14. But anyway, we'll see what they do first. They always go first, and they're going to do a swarm for 5. So we can't do anything about that, so I'm just going to drop my miss card and I'll take the 5 damage, which brings us down to 41. You can see we pretty much lost our sleep bonus already. I'll pick up, that's another miss, no way. They have a miss, that's good. I'm going to drop my miss. If they're another 3 misses in a row. Who shuffled these cards? Right, I have to put this down now, and they're going to do another attack. Another swarm because they're still alive after round 2. That's 6, and a crit is 12 from 19. What is that? 7 health. 7 health. So there ain't much left, but they've done 5. I did that 5, didn't I? Yes. They've done 2 more damage to me, so that brings me down to 38. And then they're going to do, because they're still alive, another swarm of 5 for my 8. That brings me down to 33. So from 50 I'm down to 33, and that's the end of round 2. We reshuffle all the cards. I can't believe I got 3 misses in a row. That was unfortunate. So we reshuffle everyone's cards. The 2 rectangle, which are card symbols on the back of these cards, indicate when you reshuffle in between at the end of each however many rounds. So we do that, and we reshuffle mine as well. Hope we get some better cards. We want the crits, we want the hard, oh my god, we want the hard hits. Good shuffling. Make sure these misses are not in the same place. Somehow I quite often get misses together. Well, They've only got 7 health left. We should be able to kill them soon. I pick 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for our hand. What do we get? Something good. Okay, we've got backstab, stab, dodge, and miss. So we can do 5 damage there. And we can do a dodge. Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. So we're gonna dodge the attack, and then we're gonna do 5. Then we just need to do 2. We need 1 more attack. So then we'll see what they do. It's another sting. I only pick up 1 card. It's a crit. Can't do anything, but you have to put a card down. So I'm gonna drop my miss. Pick up. Okay, I got a stab. Let's see what they do. Alright, so miss. That's good. I can do 2 or 4, and we kill them. So that's the end there. Did I take my 2? No. Did I take my 2 then? No, I didn't. So it's 4. So we're down to 29. So we lost 21 health. Again, it's a pretty straightforward enemy there, but that's the way it goes sometimes. It's the luck of the cards, but there's also a bit of strategy because you can know how many cards you've got in between each round, and you can save some cards and all that. So we're going to get 2 honeycomb. I don't know, 4 stingers, I guess. Seems like a lot of stingers, but I guess it is a bee swarm. Let's have a little think about how that's going to work. So 2 honeycomb. We can always drop the stingers because we're not really using them. Right, let's try to find them. There's the stingers and the honeycomb together. That's good. I think I might just have to say it's going to have to be two stingers. So we've got 2 honeycomb. Let's just do 2 and 2 because otherwise it doesn't really matter too much about the stingers. But make sure to change that. Change that to 2 or both. Okay, so we get 2 honeycomb and 2 stingers from fighting the bee swarm. So that's going to go into our satchel here. So again, it's kind of finding space to put it all in. But we could rent out a room at the inn for a night or a week, and we'll get more space to put everything in. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots left. Okay, right, so we've got 29 health left, not too bad. We've used that foraging node, so that's on 113, so I find 113 on my tracker, and we'll put a marker in that, and now we know we've used it. So the question is, do we go for the foraging there? Now we're going to go up to the beekeepers. We're going to sell the honeycomb for 10 gold, and we'll go and play the poker style game that I fashioned for us to try to earn a bit more money. So try to make it so there are quite a few different ways to earn money in the game, because I don't want you to just be doing the same thing over and over again. So we're going to go north, and that's card 68. So we're getting the other deck of cards. We go up north, 68. And then we'll go east, 67. And north again, 54. These are going to be in the way. Let's go west, 55. No, east 53. We want to go around here and up there. That's right. 54, so we go on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps, so every 12 is a half an hour. I'm trying to make it so that the time doesn't go too quickly when you're just walking around, but will speed up a bit if you do sort of skills or ways of earning money, basically. So we want 7. And then I think it's on 8, yeah. So I'll just show you this card. This is so once you get to a card with a building on it, there is a buildings deck. So hopefully that focuses. So here's the building. We've got the beekeepers. It's got there's some beehives just outside the house there. So we'll go there. So 6, 7, 8 steps in total. And then the more familiar you become with the game, the less you'll need the buildings deck. But we've got cards here. On the back are the numbers corresponding to the cards. So we've got 8 at the top. Flip it over and it shows you the inside of the building. It's gridded, so you can use the sneaking skill. You can steal from certain items, and you can even pickpocket some of the characters inside. And yeah, so we already know this. We know Ghetto's in there. We're gonna then, once you know who's inside, you go to the characters deck, which is here. We've got a whole list of all the characters in the game. So we look for the characters we need. So this is Ghetto. So we have to look through him. Top left corner. There we go. There's Ghetto. So this is what the character cards look like. Similar to the enemy cards. You've got the name in the top left. At the bottom underneath the picture, you've got the quests they're a part of. You can only start a quest on number 1. You can't just skip to 2 or 3. They've all got an intimidation and a sneak level. And then they've all got some gold, so you can pickpocket them if you can sneak past them. And then the coloured in squares on the right are for the persuasion skill. The more of those you can match, the more expensive you can get half price from their shop. Is that focusing? So honeycomb sells for 10 gold. So that means we can sell it for half of that. I've got a list of all the things you can sell in the rule book as well. So my 2 honeycomb are worth 5 each. Can't sell the stingers. So they're worth 5 each. So we're using Chinese fortune coins, which is a bit more fun than just chits for our gold, because they make noises, and we've got a real coin purse to keep our money in as well. So we get 10 gold, so we'll count that out. That's as good. So then we can learn our poker style game, go back to the pub, and we'll bet it all and see if we can make some money. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 in our little coin purse, starting to fill up again. The max amount of gold you can have is 99 in this game at the moment. Just so if we have expansions to the game, there's room to progress with sort of how the economy of the game as well, essentially how expensive everything is. Okay, so we'll put these cards back, we don't need them anymore. Okay, so from there we now have enough money. I've got a tracker for that too, so we got 10, so we got 14 gold now. Okay, so we're going to go back down to the pub now. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So because we've gone all the way round, that's 1/2 hour on our tracker. Right, 16 hours in a day, 8 hours at night. Now, which way do we want to go here? 1:30, then we go south. If I remember correctly, 131 is where the pub is, so we go south to 130. There's just space around this bush to go. Normally the bushes are barriers, so you can't get down there. And then 131 has got the building. So we'll pop that down in place. So that's then 4 steps in total. Right, I'm going to move these to the side because I need a bit of space for this poker game, or at least poker style. It uses a bit of poker rules anyway. So we're playing this game against a character called Nuth or Nud. He's got a Welsh name, so I've taken quite a few Welsh names as inspiration. Here's the guy. We can play him a maximum of 3 times. I'll show you what it looks like. A maximum of 3 times a day or night. So it's one of the few things you can do at night so far. I'm trying to make it so the night has a bit more going on with it. So I like to keep him out there so I know who I'm playing against. So we're gonna gamble 10 gold. So if I don't know, well, actually, I guess we will play the whole game. This might make for a bit of a longer stream because it takes about 10 minutes to go through this. So you just shuffle up a normal deck of cards, and you're trying to make the same kind of hands you do as you do in poker. So that means like a high card, a pair of cards, a 3 of a kind, which is just 3 of the same number, so 3, 3, 3. Then you have flushes and straights. 3 flush is just getting the same suit. The straight is getting the numbers in order, but not in the same suit. And then it goes up to 4 of a kind, and then you've got a straight flush. And royals as if you have all of the royal cards, so the jack, queen and king, and ace is included in that. If you get all those, then you win the game automatically. At the moment, I've still got to do some more play testing on this really. So how you play is you shuffle up the cards, which is what I've roughly done there, and then you deal yourself first 3 cards, and then you're trying to make these hands. So you put 2 cards in the middle down, so these are kind of like wild cards, don't know what they are, and then you deal upright the opponent's cards. There it is, there's a Nud there with his cards. So is that coming up? Hopefully that's coming up a little bit. I'll bring it down a little bit. So what you were trying to do is you're trying to come up with, you can use all of the cards, but you've also obviously got to be aware of what your opponent is going to be doing. So you want to avoid them having a good hand, but you having a good hand. So what I've got here is, so it's easier to get the flushes, so matching the suits, because there are 4 suits, and so they come up more often than straights, I found anyway. I think statistically they might be like that. So I've got 2 10s, that's 1 pair, but that's quite low, and I've got 2 clubs as well, and with their 3rd club, but they're probably going to ditch that club. Nud's probably going to get rid of it because he knows that's good for me. So my hope is the 2 wild cards maybe will have a club there. I don't think any of my cards are helping him out, because I've got 2 of those. So I claim this hand essentially by having more cards, and if you both have the same number of cards, then it's about who has the higher number from that. So also we both got 2 pairs there, 2 8s and 2 10s, so those would cancel each other out because we've both got the same thing. So then it's about what have you got next. Aces are low in this game, so if we just had what we had there, they would be just, we've both got a pair each, and then I've got an ace and they've got a 5. Their 5 is higher than the ace. Ace is essentially a 1, so I'll be losing that. So, but I kind of want to keep that, well, because they're going to get rid of that though. But I still, keeping 2 of those is still probably the best thing, so I'm going to keep it as I am. They're going to get rid of the 5, so you've got to guess what they're going to do. This is the discard pile over here, and there, because that was no use to them but would be useful to me, so they got rid of it. So they picked up another heart, so they've got 2 hearts or 1 pair, and the jack is still better than my ace, so I'm hoping something is going to come up here for me. Wow, it really did not. 7 8 9 hearts they've got. I've essentially just got 1 pair, so that's an easy win for Nuth. Come on, we got, so he can pick a jack or the ace as they're winning, what they win, and the end of the game is you need an ace, jack, queen and king to win the game. So that's 1 round, and now it alternates, so Nuth gets to go first this time and I get second. So we do the same thing though, but we give him his cards first. We still do the 2 blind, and then I do mine. So he's going to be looking at, okay, what's good for my cards and what's bad for his. Good for him, bad for me. So he's got a queen, a 9, and a 2. You got clubs, a spades, and 8. Queen. Okay, so for him, he doesn't have too much here that's of much use. You can get rid of all the cards if you want to, or you just get rid of 1 or just 2. So you can get rid of as many as you like, but only once. So I don't know. He might want it. He might keep the queen because it goes with the king, but because I've got the king, which is higher than the queen, I would claim that if it were 3 hearts in there. So even that's not too good for him. Same with the clubs. So he's going to get all 3 again. That's what he's going to do. So he's going to hope he gets something that helps him a bit more. It does not help him at all. So now it's my go. I'm pretty happy with work. I'm pretty confident I'm going to win this because I've already got the king, ace, and 2 of spades. So unless something comes up here, ooh, close. You've got 2, 3, 4, which is a 3 straight. But is that? He's got 2, 3, 4. That's a 3 straight. Does it have to be the same suit? No. He's beat me here. Yeah, because I've only got a 3. How is he beating me there? Oh, I thought I was pretty confident with that. So he can take ace, king, or queen. Ace has come up twice, king has come up twice, so he's going to take one of those 2. So just that. I thought I'd win that with the 3 flush, but I didn't. He was lucky with the wild cards. He got the straight, and the straight is always going to be better than the flush. So we're not doing too well here. It's my go now. But the more cards you win, the harder it becomes to win the whole game in a way, because you only need sort of the 1 card. So here he only needs the queen, whereas I need either one of those. So I go first. I've got 2 5s and a queen of diamonds. He's got 2 clubs and a 2 of diamonds, so my diamond can stay. My 2 5s is just 1 pair. I'm going to get rid, I think, of both of these 2 because I want to get 3 flushes better than 1 pair. So I'm going to hope I get something decent. It's not very decent. This is not going well for me. I've got 3 diamonds, so that I've got a 3 flush. He's got a 3 as well. So I would be winning at the moment. But what is his go? He's going to get rid of that because he doesn't want me to have the flush. Oh, and that's worked out well for him. This is not working out well for me at all. So they've got 2 spades in there. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 clubs. He's got 4 flush. And he got rid of my diamond and didn't come up. So he's won again, and he's got the queen. I should probably got rid of the queen, so he didn't have it. This is not going too well. Right, his go. We've got to make sure he doesn't. Okay, the ace has come. That's the last one he needs. Oh, and he's got a joker too. That means he can trade one of. He can just take one of my cards with the joker. Oh, this is not going well for me. I've got 2 10s. So I know he's got a joker. That means he can take any one of my cards. So it doesn't really matter what I do. He's got the ace in his hand. If I had that, I'll be ditching that straight away. Right, well, I'm going to get rid of this. So because I don't want him to have a diamond. And then hope I don't get another diamond. I do get a diamond. Fantastic. This is not good. He's going to use his joker to take the diamond. It doesn't really matter at this point. So he's used the joker. Oh. Ooh. What are these? Wait. So he's got. There aren't any other diamonds here, so his best one is actually just 2 7s. He's got one pair. Yes, but I've got the spades, so I've got 3 flush, and my one beats his. That is a turn of luck. I'm going to take the ace because he doesn't have that one, so it's something that would be good for me to have. That's the first game I've won right at the end there. Okay, good. Tricky. So, who went first that time? He went. No. Yeah, it's now me to go first, yeah. So we do the same thing again. So this is how the game plays out basically. You get the random cards and you get a chance to change what's in your hand, but you've also got to try to manipulate what the other person's got, and you don't know what the 2 wild cards are going to be, the 2 blind cards. So it's about trying to figure out, there's a fair bit of luck but hopefully a bit of strategy. So I've got 2 diamonds and a diamond there. Because my diamonds are higher than his, I would claim that hand, so I could have 3 flushed right there. He's got a heart, 2 hearts. I really don't want him to get to win at all, so I'm going to get rid of my ace because I know that's what he needs, and hopefully not pick up another ace, and hope there's not an ace in there. So that's me done. He is probably going to get rid of the 3, definitely the 3 because it's a diamond, that's what I need, and don't know what else. Maybe we'd get rid of the heart as well, but it doesn't really make any difference. Let's get rid of the heart too, then he's got 2 cards with it, might help him out. And that's that done. Okay, there's a joker in the middle, that means that gets discarded, that's been used. So I've only got the 6 diamonds to work with. I got 5, 6, 7 straight. It's actually a straight flush, but that doesn't count unless you have 4 of them. I've also got a 4 flush. So 3 straight or 4 flush. The 4 flush is actually better than the 3 straight. He doesn't have anything. He's got just a king as a high card. Well, no, he's got the diamonds. Oh no, he's got the diamonds. Oh no, it's not. No, it's because I got 2 of them. I can take it. He's only got 1, even though it's a king. It's the number of cards first that you have to take into consideration. So I do have the claim on the diamonds, so I win that one. So I'll take the king. Okay, so coming back a little bit here. Almost out of cards, so he goes first. So we divvy out, and then we reshuffle the ones we've used, and they go back into play again. So it's 3-2, and just need to make sure he's not winning that ace really. So quick shuffle, 2 blind, 3 up. Okay, so I did him first, didn't I? Yeah, so he goes first. Ooh, he's got 3 spades. Oh, he's got the okay, so no, he doesn't have the spades. I've got the spades because I've got 2 of them. He's only got 1, so he's going to ditch the spade. He knows I'm probably going to ditch the ace, so he might even ditch the 6, because I'm definitely going to ditch the ace because I don't need it for one thing. So he's done that. He's got diamonds. I'm definitely going to ditch the ace and pick 1 card up. I get the joker. It's not super helpful. What I would do with it is take his 6, so I've got a high card. I mean 1 pair as well. Shouldn't matter, it should be mine. I should be able to win this queen. Ooh, we got, yes, so there are no hearts and there are no clubs that will come up for him. Yeah, and so I've got 3 diamonds. Yeah, that works out nicely for me, so I win that and win this. So okay, we're at 3 games each, so it's who I need a jack and he needs an ace. I'll go first. Jack, I need that jack. Okay, well, there are 2 jacks, but he can ditch it. Okay, he'll definitely ditch the jack. So I go first. I've got diamonds, so it'd be nice to get a flush for the diamonds. I want to keep the jack because that's what I need that to win the game. He's gonna, so I want to keep the diamonds because I hope there's a diamond in there. But that is, yeah, I need to keep that anyway. So that's fine. I'll stay with what I got. He's gonna get rid of the jack because it helps only me. And then I don't know. He might keep that. He might get. Yeah, he's gonna keep that. Oh, he's got two, so he's got three of a kind. That's good. That's good. Okay. Yeah, he's the winner with three of a kind because he's got 2 7s. I got 1 7. He takes control of that. He claims that hand, 3 of a kind, beats or whatever I've got. What have I even got? I've got nothing. There's 2 4s there, but that's not a part of my hand. So it has to start with your hand. It has to be something in your hand that's working. They can't just take the middle and his. Yeah, so I don't have anything. He wins, but he's already got a jack, so he doesn't win anything. So that's okay. So this is where it gets a bit tense because we're both just after 1 card. Oh, he gets a joker. Okay, we just don't want an ace to show up. Okay, he doesn't get an ace. Hopefully there's not one in the wild cards, and hopefully well, it doesn't really matter if I get one. I do get it. I'm definitely getting rid of that because I don't want any opportunity for him to win. And he's got a joker, so get rid of that before he can use his joker. I'll keep the other 2. Okay, now it's his go. He gets to use the joker. What would he? But he also, I guess he's going to keep the 2 diamonds. That's pretty good. He's going to take probably one of these for me because they're both the same. Flip these over. Okay, it doesn't matter who wins because there aren't any. It's not an ace or a jack out. In fact, so this game doesn't matter. But just in case, what's he got? What's I've got? He doesn't have anything. I've got 1 pair. Actually, no, I've got 3 flush. So I would have won that. I would have won that, but I had to throw away his ace. Anyway, I needed the jack, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll do me. I need the jack to come up. He needs the ace to come up. Okay, so there's no jack or ace here. So I got 3 hearts. It could be one in these blinds though, we don't know. And we could discard and pick up. So it's a bit annoying. I could win this so far, but he'd probably get rid of that 8 anyway. I'm gonna get rid of all. I don't want to pick up an ace. Don't want to pick up an ace, but I'm gonna get rid of all 3 anyway. Come on, we need a jack. Okay, no jack for me. What's he gonna do? Well, I've got 4 flush there, so he's gonna get rid of the flush. So it's just a 3. He'll pick up a new card. Doesn't matter. So he would have 2 hearts, 1 die. Yeah, so I would win that, I think. No, I wouldn't. Yes, my 3 flush beats his 1 pair. But I would only win a queen, which I've already got. So it's him to go first this time. Where are the jacks? Oh, that's the end. Okay, so it might be a jack in here. We'll have to, should we shuffle these? Just do a quick shuffle so it doesn't take up the whole stream just playing this one game. Mini game, supposed to be. So you can do something, he can do something. What would he do? He's got, he'd probably get rid of the king. Pick up something. Okay, he's got the hearts. I would get rid of that probably Your jack. No. Jack here. Oh no, it's the ace. It's the ace of spades. No, 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 no. Oh, he's won. He's won. 1, 2, 3, 4 hearts. I got nothing. Oh, he just won the ace. He just won it. He's just won 10 of my gold. Oh no. The amount of times I've played this game and I've been winning, and then play it on stream, I lose. Sounds about right. Oh well, we just lost the 10 gold that we just made from selling our honeycomb. So that's how the game goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh dear. And we're back down to our 4 gold. Right. What I think we'll do is do some fishing. That should give us some more gold. Unbelievable. Thought we'd win that. So there's the mini game. It's called Royal Oldham. It's kind of like Texas Hold'em, but Oldham. And yeah, you use the poker hands anyway, like the flushes and straights, and then but the thing is you can see everything except for the 2 wild cards, and then we want to go higher up there. We're going to do some sea fishing, try to get some gold that way. Are there any quests we can do? We can't buy any charcoal. We need 5 gold for that, unless what we're going to do. No, tell you what, we are going to do some logging, get some gold, and we're going to progress with the quest. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps back up here. So we're going to take out our misery on some trees and whack them with our axe. If you want card 66, so we can go continue west, go to the westward, and we're going to chop down some logs. Hopefully, well actually we should be able to get at least 1 gold, a couple of gold from there. We need 5 gold for kindling. We're going to burn the kindling to get a fire, and then hopefully get some charcoal, and that's all we need to continue this quest. There's not 100% chance that you're going to get charcoal from a fire, but I don't know. Maybe we should have a little look at how you make charcoal from a fire. 11, 12, 1. That's 1/2 hour gone. Maybe you should just get charcoal. 1 charcoal from every fire you make. 117. I'll tell you what, actually, it doesn't matter now. We'll just go up here. We're going in the woods. I thought we were going to the wood shop. We're going in the woods. So we have to find the logging nodes. So 2, 3. Then we go north 63. We have to find some logging nodes and hopefully get a bit lucky with 63 is a logging node. I'll show you what that looks like. So inside the woods you've got this dotted pattern, which you might be able to see, and then we've got the logging node in the white icon. So each one of these will get used up, and then you have to sleep for 5 hours to reset all the nodes. So it takes 2 steps inside the woods, so twice as long when you're walking in the woods, and we'll have to roll an 8-sided die for any encounters, which is quite good because we want some boar, I think, and some rabbits to get some meat. So 3, 4, 5 steps into 5 steps into the woods. First thing we do is roll our 8-sided die to see if we get an encounter. It's an 8 for a bear, 6, 7 for boar, 4, 5 for rabbit, and 1 to 3 is nothing. 8. Yeah, it's a bear. That's not good. Oh, we are not doing well with our luck today. Right, let's get the bears out. Maybe we can sneak past it without a problem. So here's our bear. It's got a sneak of 5, so if we roll a 5 or 6 on a 6-sided die, we sneak past without having to engage in it at all. 4, we did not sneak past it. So you can always flee combat, but only after they have a chance to attack you. So you shuffle up their cards. So the bear's got 40 health. We need bear hide to level up bear armor, but we're mainly boar leather armor at the moment. We will try to level up to bear armor at some point though. Right, so always reveal the bear first. They've got a fear. You cannot attack or move for 1 turn, but if we draw an initiative card at the beginning, we will get to use that before turn 1 happens. So the bear you reshuffle all the cards after 3 rounds instead of 2, because it's a bit more of a complicated enemy to fight. I think most of the enemies are 3, but so the easier enemies have only got 2, so you should reshuffle after 2. They've got less cards in their deck, fewer cards in their deck, and then you've got ones that are 3, and then you've got some that are even 4. So we'll take 4 cards for our hand. Okay, we do get an initiative. I can see it right. We've got a backstab, a crit, a dodge, and a stab. This is much better. So we can combine 3 cards together before combat even begins. We're not doing combat though with this. We just want to flee. So I guess if we, so our combat starter. So we could do the hits. We could combine, the backstab and the stab 5, and then put a crit on that to make it 10. We could deal 10 damage straight away, and we could sell the bear hide for probably a bit of money. Let me just, wow. Are we going to kill a bear? He's still got 30 health after that. We've only got 29. And we can't attack or move for the first turn. Right, no, I'm just going to use my dodge. I'm using that as an initiative, because my species combat bonus is you can turn any of your cards into an initiative once per combat. So it doesn't matter though. I could have put anything down. Alright, see, we cannot attack or move for 1 turn, so I couldn't have actually done anything there, but I guess we could have just run off without doing anything. Anyway, we're putting our dodge down and we run out of there. We do not want to fight a bear right now. I was tempted because we did the 10 hit straight at the beginning, but we don't know how the rest of it's going to go. There are a lot more cards that will come out. Right, that's fine. We escaped. We're now going to do some logging. Logging is very similar to foraging, where it's just we take all the level 1 logging cards, and then we just take 1 from here, from the deck, and see what we get basically. So it's less involved. The fishing one's very involved with you make a whole new deck for if you're sea fishing or river fishing, and the mining one's more in depth as well. So some are quite complicated, and the one we just played, the poker one, that's obviously very in depth. Before we spent about 15 minutes on that. So it's good to have a mix of some things that are more detailed and some things that are less. A U log is not good. That's only 1 gold. Fantastic. We should level up the logging. Maybe it should only cost 15 gold to level up each thing. So we have to fit this into our satchel. So let's get the logs out. We're doing some logging. See if we can find where the logs are. So let's have a look. Logs, walnut, and U logs. There we go. So this is quite a nice, simple way to earn a bit of gold. You can earn some gold, but walnut ones give you more gold than the U. And we have to make sure they all fit in my satchel as well. That should be fine for that. Put those back. We could also do some mining maybe instead. So we've used this node 63, so we will put another pin in that, so we remember. Okay, there we go. think this is a decent system. Right, we're going to then go east, I think, to 62. Let's see if there's a node. There is a node. I mean, technically we've got enough, but we might as well do the logging here. And I think we want to fire a boar, get some more raw meat, and then we can cook it. And then with that, so we move 6, 7, 2 steps in the woods. We roll for what we encounter. It's another 8, I don't believe it. Another 8, another bear. Today is not a lucky day at all. Right, bear's out again. Oh my god. Right. Actually, before I do that, let's roll. Maybe we get lucky with our sneak. 5 or 6, 5 or 6, 5 or 6, 3. No good. Oh dear, oh dear. Some days are just less lucky than others, you know. So this is supposed to be a relaxing game. Sometimes the luck is not in your way. It feels a bit less relaxing than it should do. Right. Well, we got a scratch straight off. Okay. Right. Let's see what I get in my hand. So it's 8 damage a scratch. That's a lot. 8 damage. Yeah, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job we didn't take one last time. What do we get for our hand? We've got a dodge, so that means we can do it. We've got 2 misses and a stab. Right. So we use our dodge before that even happens. In fact, yeah. So when we get out of there, we flee combat straight away. So it's quite good with the iron daggers, or with the daggers in general. You do get these dodge attacks, which you didn't have earlier in the series. We were using a short sword, and you can only combine 2 cards together, but the hits individually are a bit stronger. We bought an oak shield, so we could you could block, but only for a certain amount of damage. Whereas a dodges the whole thing, so it's a bit better. But we hit for less though. But we can combine more cards together, so it's supposed to be about speed with the daggers. You know, less attack per hit, but more hits. So, and we can also add poison later on into the game, and then every hit you add a bit of poison, sort of developing and building up too. Right, so let's do the logging for that. Let's see if we can get at least a walnut log. And there's an oak log in here somewhere. No, it's another yew log. Of course it is. Of course it is. Unbelievable. It's only worth 1 gold. Only worth 1 gold. Fantastic. Right, how much of this are we going to do? Because all we're trying to do is get the kindling to make a fire, and then there's still not 100% chance of us doing that. So we're at 62, so that's that node used. How much time we got? Oh, we're already out because we played the poker game for so long. Right, we'll go back and spend the money. Oh, we've got to do one more. Yeah, it's fine. We'll go down here 119, and then we'll try to progress the story a little bit more. This will just have to be a bit of a longer stream because we spent, I guess, like half an hour playing the other game. Game within a game. Right. So we've got to roll for this. Hopefully 7, 8, 9. So it's 2 steps going in and coming out of the woods. And we still got to roll just in case we get attacked trying to exit the woods. It's a 1. Alright, finally we get a bit of luck. We don't need the logging anymore. Put that back. We're south 1 to 122 to the wood shop. We will talk to Rodrin and sell the oak logs. There he is. Sell the oak logs. 2 whole gold. And also from him we will buy the kindling, I believe. Let's just double check that. Rodrin is there. Yeah, no. Who sells it? Oh yeah, he does sell kindling. 5 gold for the kindling. Yes. Okay, good. So we get rid of our 2 yew logs that are in our satchel. Put those back. So it's good to keep these out because things coming out of your satchel quite quickly. Logs there, so we then get 2 gold, which would give us 6 in total, and then we're spending 5, so we've got one gold left in our absolutely empty coin purse. Oh my god, down to 1 gold. It's okay, we're going to do some fishing next week on Monday. We'll get some gold then. Right, so we've gone down there. That was 10. Should have done that first, really. So it's 10 steps. We're gonna. You can't make. So we're getting kindling, but we're gonna do it straight away. So we're gonna make a fire. So you can't do that on a map card with a building on it. So go move up here to 11. Oh, you can't make a fire with a path on it either. Let's not do that. Then hold on. I think if we go south. No, so you can't do south. Where the hell? Okay, we've got to find someone we can make a fire. Then 11, 12, 1, 2. That's another half hour. Got to find somewhere that does a map card that doesn't have a part of the path or a building. So let's go north of here. 57. 57 doesn't have a building or a path. Yes, so we can make a little fire here. So that's 3. So what we do is we just put our kindling down, we make a fire, we have 2 fire decks here, a made fire deck and a found fire deck. Found fires for at night. When you find a fire, you can be ambushed by bandits, or you can rest up and maybe cook some food if you've got a cooking pot. But a made fire, we've got a 3 in 2 chance of getting charcoal. Oh, we did get charcoal. It's worth 2 gold. Anyway, we needed that. We got charcoal, so we get the chit. I was pretty worried then that we would have to make another fire and would need some more gold. We don't have any, but we did it. Okay, so charcoal. Let's find our charcoal. There it is. So we have the charcoal. We put our kindling back. We made a fire. There's the charcoal. And when you leave the map card, the fire goes out. So if you come back to it again, you have to make a new fire. So we've got our charcoal. We needed that for our quest. So we're going to have a little think here about what it says. If I take the whole quest out from my amazing quest tracker. So we're on R3. We've got to go back to the farm, I think. We just have a quick look here. R3 says, so we found a spot. These girls gave us the quest. They jumped out and showed us the secret. Okay, it was a large cluster of boulders half sunken into the ground. And they show you a side that has a faint carving, and then they say, here, look, you can put paper over it and you can use some charcoal to get a rubbing. Here's some paper. They gave us the paper as a quest item. And then it says, return with some charcoal, then take R4. Okay, so we're going to go back to the same bit in the woods. So we'll do that next stream now, because it's getting on a bit. I'll put this back into my fancy quest tracker box. So we've only got these 7 quests left to do, so that's pretty good. So I know we have to go back to the same spot, which is, we're going to go down here. It's just south of here, so we're going to come back here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. We'll leave that for next stream. So when you're packing up the game, it's quite quick. East to west or west to east, left to right, right to left is always sequential. So you just make little piles of the cards in order, and then just put them back in the card deck. So it's pretty quick to pack up and very quick to set up. 7. So we got 53, 54, 7 and 8. So let's do 7 and 8 first. Those go away. And then there's nothing else below 50, so we go up again. 53, 57, 62. And then the rest are in the 100 to 150. We've got 111, 117, 130. And there we go, all packed up. So less than 5 minutes or max 5 minutes to pack up. So we'll leave this out. We'll put where we are on the map there, and we'll put 8 on our player marker there. And that's us all packed up, ready to go. So thanks very much for watching. I'll be back on Monday, 7 PM UK time every week for the next few months. So feel free to write any comments or leave any kind of feedback. It'd be really helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.